The entire area is covered in construction. Period.
Alright, before we start, let me get a drink real quick. Alright, before we start, let me get a drink real quick.
Whoa, you gotta get some headphones back. Yeah, I'll make sure to let him know. Underwater call. He's a merman. I got to talk to an astronaut and a merman in the same night. Aquaman. Under the sea. Little mermaid.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, mute the stream on your end, bro.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, mute the stream on your end, bro.
Alright, can you hear me?
In fact, you can... Don't pause it, just mute it. Just mute it.
Hello?
Static shock. Oh, what's up, man?
Alright, I put my headphones in.
Alright, cool. That's much better.
Alright, I put my headphones in.
I can still hear an echo, though.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, because I had your stream up. That's why the echo was there.
Okay.
Alright, first off, the video you posted about the PlayStation 4 Gamescom, that was a pretty good video.
Thank you.
I retweeted that on my Twitter.
The conference was so boring. Oh.
Yeah, I watched that whole conference.
That made me so mad.
I'm
glad they came out and apologized for the camera work, because that was just bullshit.
Did you watch the XboxOne conference?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think theirs was pretty good.
Yeah, theirs was more confined, more controlled, and more personal. And that made it more interesting.
Yeah. But, yeah, I tuned into the conference thinking they was going to speak about the PS4 and like a bunch of new features and stuff, but I was kind of disappointed.
Pretty much both of them were just pretty much coming out and reiterating on things they've already talked about previously.
Yeah.
Both of them hitting on a little bit of new information, a little bit more clarification on what's going on. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do this the other day. I was fixing my girl's car, and it took me all fucking day.
Oh, no problem, man. I have plenty of time.
She had this fucking serpentine belt, man, that broke. She had no AC, no power steering, and my girl's a worrywart, so I had to fix it, and it took me all damn day. Because you can't just go out to AutoZone and find a belt that fits a 1997 fucking Volvo.
Oh, dang.
I was outside all day, split my ass off in this 100-degree weather. It was bullshit. That's why.
Yeah, man, there's no problem.
Stay single. I'm telling you, you're obligated to do things in your relationship. You don't want to sweat outside. Stay single.
Yeah. So when are you going to start doing more PS4 videos on your YouTube channel?
I've been thinking about doing just like gaming news videos. Like whatever gaming news that comes out I want to talk about, I'll just come out and just make a video about it, what I think about it, if it connects to anything else.
Are you planning to start streaming or anything?
Like streaming what?
Like gameplay and stuff?
I do that every now and then, but typically I just do a show that sometimes has gameplay.
Oh, that's pretty tight. Hey man, if you ever need like an opening for your YouTube channel, just let me know, because I do like video editing and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Because I'm a good freelance. I do work for free because I just like doing it for fun. I'm already doing some stuff for Xbox Mafia, but it's whatever.
Xbox Mafia.
But yeah, so pretty much I'm here to discuss the strengths and weaknesses of each console. We don't have to debate which one is stronger, because I myself actually know for sure that PS4 won this, they have won right now. They have the consumer's hearts over Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I'm not going to deny that. PS4 did the right thing. Sony. But at the same time, I'm more of an Xbox person. I don't have hate on Sony. I've owned a PSP, PlayStation 1, PS2, played PS3 with my friends. I'm friendly with Sony products.
Okay.
But this time around, I'm sticking with the Xbox One. And that's just my personal preference. But I have nothing against Sony and their PS Plus and all that stuff. But let's just discuss the strengths and weaknesses of each console.
Okay. We will start with...
Let's go ahead and start with hardware specs.
Okay.
Well, actually, should we start... Actually, we don't even have to discuss that, because...
Yeah, because the PS4 specs are already better.
Yeah, so no point in discussing that. Alright, let's discuss the games.
Okay.
So, give me the top 3 games that you think that on Sony PlayStation 4 make the console stand out.
Well, I'd say games like Infamous Second Son. That definitely does show off the power of the PS4. And Killzone Shadowfall. Killzone multiplayer is always pretty good. And they added a lot of variety options to it. And Rhyme. Rhyme was beautiful. I definitely want Rhyme. There's an echo?
I don't know, is that...
They're saying there's an echo.
I have my headphones in, so there shouldn't be an echo.
Okay, they say it's gone now. That's weird.
Okay, Ryan, they announced at Gamescom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have, like, a link for gameplay?
Oh, you can just go to YouTube and type in, Gamescom, Rhyme, and it's RIM. I don't really see the point in discussing what games we think stand out, because we're going to have differentiating opinions on that, and opinions don't really matter in the debate.
Well, I think, Infamous, I believe that's a pretty good game. I've always loved the open world superhero type ordeal, because I come from playing Prototype, so like Infamous is like that type of game is one of my favorites. But Killzone, never played Killzone before.
You need to move your mic away from your mouth a little bit.
It's too loud?
Yeah, it's just a tad bit too loud.
What about now?
It's a little better. It was clipping a little bit.
What about now?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. So Killzone, I've seen some gameplay. I haven't really played it myself, but I personally think it looks like a really good shooter. Like, it offers something new, brings to the table.
We're just going to discuss what we think about the games. I thought we were going to debate about Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, we are. We're debating strengths and weaknesses.
But we're talking about what we feel about particular games.
No, we're just in games at a certain time. At a certain point in time, we're going to go into each area of each console.
Because right now, Sony has more games secured for the PS4 than Xbox does.
Are you including the indies?
I'm including retail and digital.
Okay. Well, Sony, their lineup, I wouldn't include the games that you can already get on PC that have already been out. I would just list the...
Are you going to include Titanfall for the Xbox One? Because it's on PC.
Well, it's not out yet. Like, I can't go to my PC right now and play Titanfall and download.
You'll be able to when it releases.
Okay, then we can take out Titanfall. Like, the games like DCU and...
Like DC Universe, Warframe, Blacklight Retribution, Don't Starve, DayZ, EverQuest, Planetside 2, those type of games?
Yeah, like...
Those really great free-to-play games that are free-to-play on the PS4, but free-to-play isn't necessarily free-to-play on the Xbox One. You have to actually pay to play free-to-play.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not great games, but I'm saying, like, these games already been out. But I don't see why we should include them into the launch up for next-gen gaming, you know?
Well, I think it's pretty great to offer gamers free games to play online, multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing but an advantage for consumers.
Yeah.
That's value.
Yeah. It is value.
But unfortunately, on the Xbox One, free-to-play does not exist.
Yeah, I wish it did. Even though I'm an Xbox person, I do feel that some of their policies with things being free to play are not as good as Sony's PS Plus.
Mm-hmm. So you pretty much agree with everything I say regarding the Xbox One?
But no, I'm not here to diss PlayStation or Sony. I'm not here to diss it, say it sucks. I'm just here
to criticize a policy or to criticize something about a platform is not necessarily dissing it. A teacher grades a paper and critiques a paper, but they don't call a student a dumbass.
Yeah. I really just wanted to discuss the strengths and weaknesses and not, like, I'm not going to just bash your console, because I know you like the console, PlayStation, PS4, you're for the console, but I'm for Xbox, but I'm just willing to openly discuss
strengths and weaknesses
of each console, yeah.
Alright, strengths of the PS4, offers more games, more exclusive games, offers more value to consumers, costs less than the Xbox One. You can play offline right out of the box.
Yeah. Yeah, Sony has Xbox beat. I'm not gonna lie. I can't deny it. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, oh, Xbox One is better because this and this and that. I can't. It's just evident that PlayStation 4 is more gamer friendly. Like, I've done the research on both consoles. I've done it. And I would be lying
on Twitter.
I would be lying if I didn't say that PlayStation has a better deal.
Okay, then what are we discussing then?
The strengths and weaknesses.
If you agree that the PS4 has more strengths than weaknesses, and the Xbox One has more weaknesses than strengths, then what are we discussing?
We can just have an open debate about each feature.
But if you agree with me, what are we debating?
I never said we would debate. I just said we would discuss.
What are we discussing?
The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
I just don't see a point to this if we have no differences in regarding the features and the value.
We do have a difference. I want the Xbox One, and you want the PlayStation 4.
Well, I don't have one pre-ordered. I'm not planning on getting one anytime soon. What I do is simply report the information. I connect the dots.
But you still would want a PlayStation 4 if you were going to pre-order one.
Yeah, eventually I will get a PS4. It's a real console for real gamers, real consumers, from a company that really cares.
Yeah. Okay, we'll discuss the features.
Such as what? What features?
And which one each one offers. Now, we won't discuss how the features are. Some features are behind a paywall because we already know Xbox One has all the features behind a paywall. But we'll just discuss the strengths of each feature that it has.
So we're comparing paid features to free features.
We're going to ignore that and just talk about features itself.
Okay.
Alright, so the strong features that I think Xbox One has is the snap. Let's say I'm playing a game on Dead Rising 3 and I get stuck. I can snap YouTube and walk through to help me get through that level. That's one. The second feature that I think the strong feature that it has is the voice recognition and the connect feature with your hands. Like I can move the screen with my hands. Like if I swipe, it swipes over. I can extend it, whatever. Do whatever I want with the hands.
You can do the same thing with a controller.
Yeah, no, you can do the same thing with the controller. You know, sometimes maybe I'm doing something else. Maybe I have a kid, or maybe I'm in the kitchen cooking.
So
I can just be like Xbox.
You can swipe from the kitchen. That's your point.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example. Like, I could be multitasking. Like, I could be drawing something, and I could just be like, Xbox, play Deadmau5. Xbox, view YouTube. And I don't have to pick up the controller to do that. I can just be in a comfortable area where I'm already sitting and tell the Xbox whatever to do. Xbox look up pizza, whatever. I think that's a really cool feature instead of having to pick up the controller.
Look up pizza. You don't know what pizza is? What is pizza? Xbox. What the fuck is pizza?
I mean, you know what I mean? Look up Pizza Hut. Look up the closest Pizza Hut and call, whatever.
It doesn't necessarily call it. You can't really call landlines on the Xbox One version of Skype.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, that's lame.
It's only Xbox to Xbox or other Skype users.
Oh yeah, one of the really cool features I think Xbox have is the Skype.
But you can call landlines on the PS Vita version of Skype.
Oh, you can?
Oh, yes, you can.
I don't know why it's that different than. But Skype, yeah, let's talk about Skype. Now, I know Skype you can get that on your computer for free.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can go download it now. But on the Xbox One, since Skype is included with the Kinect camera, I'll be able to Skype any of my Xbox friends.
For as long as you have gold.
As long as I have a gold, I can Skype any one of my Xbox One friends. That's something totally new for me. Like, I've been wanting to meet some of my Xbox friends for years. Like,
why haven't you gotten them on Skype?
I mean, some people don't have a camera for their computer.
You can spend $30 to get a HD camera.
Well, some people don't do that.
So you're telling me that you can now do this because you spend $500 on an Xbox One, and you can now finally meet the people you play with online.
I'm not saying go spend $500 just to meet people. I'm just saying it's added features since everybody's going to have a Kinect.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah.
There you go. There's your camera. There's your Skype. Meet your friends. You don't need Xbox for that.
No, I know you can go do it on your computer. You can do it on your smartphone, whatever.
And on televisions.
And on TV.
And on home phones.
Yeah.
And on iPads. And iPods. And iTouches. And Nooks.
Yeah. But you can't include every single person. Not everybody's going to have these things, you know.
Everyone is not going to have at least one of these devices, like a computer, like a smartphone, like a TV, like a home phone, like a tablet.
Yeah, I've talked to tons of people that don't even have anything that has a camera on it.
Like what? What comes out today that doesn't have a camera on it now?
It's just some people, not everybody has it. I mean...
And that's what the Xbox Ones are going to bring?
I'm not saying it's like revolutionary. I'm just saying that since the Kinect is bundled with it, you have that opportunity to meet your Xbox One friends. And it doesn't even have to be Xbox One friends. It could be Skyping family with an HD camera. But
you've had the opportunity for nearly a decade now to do that. So...
these guys in the comments are so funny.
Well, don't pay attention to them. Don't worry about them.
I'm just saying that's a cool feature, you know, like, even though it's already out there, even though we already have it on our phones or laptops, it's just kind of cool that it's on my Xbox now, you know.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a feature. Just wish it was available to everyone.
Like, I can,
without a yearly subscription.
Well, yeah, I disagree with Xbox payment plan. That's one thing I disagree with. I think it's not fair that they they force you to get Xbox Live Gold just to use those features. That's where Sony has the advantage. They allow you to use those apps, whatever. Like, I know that sucks, but I really can't cry about it, you know. I don't think we're going to change it anytime soon.
If enough of you get together, you guys can get it changed. We've made Microsoft change things about 5 times now. So I don't want to hear gamers say we can't make Microsoft change something. Because Microsoft has been doing a lot of dancing for our amusement. If enough of the people come together and say we want these features to be outside Xbox Live Gold, they would do it. But the thing is that people are so programmed and so well trained to pay for Xbox Live Gold that they just think that's normal and it's okay.
Yeah, you're right on that part, because pretty much anything...
Doing the twist.
Anything on the Xbox console you have to pay for gold anyway. Like, I've had the Xbox 360, and I know I already know this stuff. Alright, so about the features. Let's see. Yes, okay, one feature I think is really, really cool. When you have your friends over and they have Xbox Live profiles, Xbox One automatically knows who's playing what.
How?
So, if I were to hand the controller to my friend...
How does it know?
Through the Kinect. It recognizes your... You know how, like, computers have login by your facial features or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Kinect does the same way. It'll log you in automatically when it recognizes your face.
So you're telling me that any Xbox One in the world connected with Kinect can see you and sign you in?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
You're telling me that Microsoft is sharing my biological information with Kinect to any Xbox in the world that I might be in front of. Which means that Microsoft is actually taking information and storing information about me.
I mean, that's normal. Every company does that. Your profile, that's stored.
Every company stores biological information about the consumers.
I mean, you don't have to do that. You can opt out of doing that, but if you choose to, you can have your face scanned in so it can recognize you and log you in automatically. So let's say...
So essentially, you choose between keeping your privacy or giving Microsoft your biological footprint.
I mean, if you want to, you can choose the login the normal way, put your account name in, whatever, password.
Because when I had an Xbox, it just signed me automatically because that's how I set it up as. I didn't need Kinect to do that.
Well, it still
even
knows
so,
that.
it's still not a futuristic feature because with Kinect and the Xbox 360 now, you can do that.
What? It recognizes your face?
It recognizes you and signs you in.
Alright, well, when you have friends over, it doesn't do this feature. Like, if you switch the controllers, let's say I hand the controller to my friend, it recognizes that the controller is in that person's hand, and it automatically sets up the controller configuration for that one person.
Is that worth $100?
Not that one feature alone, but it's just a plus in the whole package.
It's like one of those useless QVC items. You can now dice better. You can now do this better with your vegetables. When you can already do it, it's just that you can spend a little bit of extra to do that one particular thing a little bit faster.
I just think it's way easier when you have, like, 4 people over. You don't have to worry about, you know how some... I've had this problem myself.
So you're telling me 4 people are going to be swapping a single controller?
No, this is like multiple controllers. Like, it swaps the controller to...
If you have multiple controllers, why do you need to swap?
Alright, you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying that once you... Alright, let's say there's 4 controllers and 6 people. So I'm done my match. I hand the controller to my friend, and the Kinect will automatically sign him in and give him the controller configuration that he's already set up for his account. So if he's inverted and I'm normal, it's going to switch over to inverted, and he'll be set. He doesn't have to go into the settings and switch that up, and we don't have to wait for him. It just automatically switches, and we can just game straight away.
Yeah,
like this was a problem for me with
10
Xbox.
seconds. It saves you 10 seconds. 10 seconds tops. Start, options, controller, invert, exit, let's play.
I mean, it's just easier, you know, it makes my life easier. I'm a lazy guy.
A chauffeur makes things easier, opens the door for you, drives you places.
Yeah.
But are you willing to pay for one?
Yeah, definitely.
You're willing to pay for a chauffeur to open a door at your car and drive you around. You can just drive yourself and save yourself money.
If I had money to blow, if I was rich, I would definitely have one. Yeah, I definitely would.
But that's a feature you're willing to pay for Connect for.
Well, this is just one of the features.
Well, what are some of the other grand features that are worthy of the price tag?
Okay. One of the features I really like is how I can switch and multitask whenever. So let's say I'm in Call of Duty looking for a match, and while it's looking for a match, I can go over to YouTube and watch a video. And it's looking for a match in the background, and I'm watching this video. When I find a match, I have a notification that comes up and says the match is ready. I switch straight over to Call of Duty and start playing instantly. Like, I don't have to...
You know, PS4's got multitasking too, right?
Yes, PS4 does have multitasking, but it's not as efficient.
PCs have been doing this for ages.
Yeah, PCs have been, but this is something new for Xbox console. The 360 couldn't do this at all.
It's just multitasking. That's a very normal function. Wii U can do it.
Yeah, it's normal, but it's a cool function, you know. It's not nothing bad about it. It's something new to me on the Xbox 360 console. It's a new feature that I look forward to.
I mean, how long do you think it's going to take you to find a match when you have to go to YouTube and watch a video? How long is it going to take for that lobby to fill, or to find you a game to go into? That usually doesn't take much time at all.
You never know. It could range from 5 seconds to 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's just an example. I'm not saying it's going to take 5 minutes. It's just an example.
So your example is that on the Xbox One, it could possibly take 5 minutes to find a match. Enough time to go to YouTube app and watch a video.
Well, we don't know how long it will take. It depends. I can't give you an exact estimate.
So why would you use it as an example if you can't give me an exact estimate?
I'm just giving you features that I think are pretty cool, that are new to the Xbox One console.
But not necessarily exclusive to the Xbox One console.
Well, yeah, the PS4 can multitask, but it doesn't do it as smoothly as the Xbox One. Like, you have to double-click. You have to double-click the PS4 button, whatever it's called, the home button, and, like, if you notice the UI...
Why? You have to double-click. That's so hard. How have you been using a computer all this time?
Like, if you watch the UI...
Do you double-click on your computer?
Right. There's no actual Sony UI that shows the multitasking that I've seen that's out there.
Not yet, but they said it's already in there. That's what all the upgrades for the RAM is all about, multitasking.
But can the PS4 Snap multitask?
That we don't know. They might be able to just put the game in the background and you can use whatever app you want to. We just don't know that information.
Well, actually, scratch that. I have seen multitasking on the PS4 UI. It was in the video with that guy hooking up with that girl when he was in Mac, and then he switched over to the PS4 store or something.
Okay.
So I did see that part. But I don't think it's as smooth as an instant as the Xbox One UI.
Well, if that's how you feel, that's fine, but it's not really a point to make.
That's just my opinion.
And I feel that the PS4 is smoother and better than the Xbox One's multitasking.
Me personally, I think the Xbox UI has more smoother feel to it.
I can make the same point, and it's supposed to have the exact same effect. But the fact of the matter is that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Opinions don't matter in discussion. Opinions don't matter in a debate. I'm here to discuss the facts.
What facts are there to discuss?
Well, you already said that you agree with most of the things that I say, so I don't even know why we're talking.
Well, we're just going over the strengths and weaknesses. I've just been telling you about the features.
I thought it would be a pretty good debate, seeing how much you damage control Xbox on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, I used to debate, but at this point in time, there's no point in debating. I seriously think that it's down to the games and what you prefer. There's no system that's better. It's just up to what you like best. And I kind of gave up on just debating about whatever system is better because
even if I prefer the Xbox platform, you kind of just have to give up because there's just no winning.
Because if I debate, there's no ending to it. It's just going to keep going and going.
Well, as you saw with your friend there, it ended. He admitted defeat.
I wouldn't admit defeat.
And that's just how it is for the Xbox fans. They have no choice but to admit defeat.
I'm not admitting defeat because I like the Xbox One console still.
Yeah, he admitted defeat and he still likes the Xbox. That's fine. He still realized that he couldn't damage control it.
Well, the only damage control you can give to PS4 is what you don't like about it. I mean, some people will say they like it, some people they don't like it.
The only thing that's not to like about the PS4 really is that you have to pay to play online. But Sony gives you plenty of money in return with the games you have access to play and with the value they give you with the Plus.
Okay, explain to me this. What about the useless light bar on the PS4 controller? Since they're not bundling in the PSI, that light bar is pretty much useless now. It's just there for looks.
Well, if people want to use the light bar, they'll buy themselves a PSI. Mm-hmm. But the light bar doesn't take away or hinder you from playing games. It doesn't add to the price tag of what you actually have. So what's the point of talking about the light bar?
I just think it's useless now since it's not even built in the PSI. It's just kind of useless to have it there.
Okay, if that's how you feel, that's fine. But there's nothing negative you can really say about the light bar just being there. That's like complaining about a logo on there or something. It's not detrimental to its functionality. The controller still works as a controller. And if people want to use the light bar function, they can go out and make the choice to go buy a PlayStation Eye. Unlike on the Xbox platform where you're forced to buy a Kinect camera.
I wouldn't say you're forced to buy it. Because you don't have
to buy it. You cannot purchase an Xbox One without the Kinect camera.
But you're not forced to buy the Xbox One.
Well, if you want to play those games, if you just want the console itself, the Kinect is not intuitive. It is not reliant on the Xbox One and vice versa. you can still play games and such without Kinect. That's why you can disconnect it now. They tried to force you to have it always connected, but they went back on that. You're forced to buy Kinect. You're forced to buy it, but it's your choice to not use it. That doesn't make any sense. First, you're required to have it connected. It's required to always be online. Then that changed to where you can turn it off and pause it, which doesn't make much sense because if we can turn it off and pause it, why can't we just disconnect it? And that was the next step. You can just disconnect it now. Now, if we just want to disconnect it, why not give us an option just to buy an Xbox One without it?
Yeah, see where you come from with the Kinect.
I don't need Kinect to play Sunset Overdrive. I don't need Kinect to play Forza 5. I don't need Kinect to play Halo or Rise or anything else. Kinect is not a necessity. It's only an extra price tag on there and a gimmick. That's all it is. It fixes problems that aren't problems for $100.
Well, I don't even remember reading any official statement that said the Kinect cost $100 to the price.
Well, that's what Microsoft did. That's what they said, but I believe it costs a lot more than that. Because they said to manufacture the Kinect camera was just a little bit less than the Xbox One.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's true or not. I've read a few articles.
Well, the truth of the matter is that it costs nearly as much as the Xbox One to manufacture. What essentially they reveal that it nearly doubles the package of the Xbox One.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've read a few articles on the subject. I read that Sony's original plan was to bundle the PSI with the PS4.
Okay.
And the price was going to be close to $500. Read a few articles on that.
The PSI standalone costs about what? $60?
$60.
Still less than the Xbox One.
That's what they say it alone, but they could have still upped the price to $500 if they wanted to.
Yeah, but regardless of whether or not people say Sony is going to put it in there or not, they still decide to give us the option of opting into it.
Yeah,
the only reason why Microsoft is forcing Kinect upon people is because Microsoft is not going to waste all the billions of dollars that they've invested in Kinect. They're not going to do that. They've already seen that nobody wants Kinect. Nobody does. Out of 75 million people, only 25 million purchased Kinect. That's like 33%. 33%. Out of 25 million people, they only had an attachment rate of 1 to 1, which means on average, with each Kinect sold, only one game was purchased for it.
Yeah.
If Kinect had any practical use for gaming, Microsoft, with all their billions of dollars and all that cash they make from Xbox Live Gold, they would have some kind of game that shows off the power of Kinect. Rather than throwing the same sports games at you, a little bit more accurate, and just the same gimmicky voice controls and gestures. Where is this so-called technology? Where is this so-called future that Kinect brings?
In the future. Well, with the Kinect, yeah, I know they forced it upon the consumers. I wouldn't say, well, personally, I don't say they forced it, but the Kinect is bundled with the Xbox. The way I look at it is
when there's no option to not buy something that's not necessarily required for the box to function, that's forcing someone to buy it.
I guess if you put it that way. But in the end,
they had to make. You guys don't realize that they had to make it to where you could disconnect it. They had to, because at first, when Kinect was required for the box to function at all, what happens if someone knocks the Kinect camera and breaks it? You'll be sitting there with a box that doesn't work. And that's what the original plan was that you had to actually have the thing connected at all times, had to be on at all times. But they never really thought, oh, what happens if the fucking camera breaks? Would you have been happy if your camera broke and you weren't able to use your Xbox One?
Yeah, that would be pretty retarded. But in the end, all these policies have changed. We can't hate them for old policies. Like, yeah, I know the policy
they're bundling Kinect in there, and they're still not giving consumers a good value for the Xbox One. They're essentially lying. They're essentially lying to the consumers. Because all these features they advertise, like Game DVR, like Cloud, and those other ones, they're not necessarily features of the Xbox One. They're Xbox Live Gold features. The Xbox One itself doesn't really come with any features. They're essentially selling you a box so that you can buy a subscription to actually use all these features. Yeah. That's pretty unfair.
Yeah, it is unfair. But people will still buy into it. I mean, people...
That's because they're mindless consumers.
People don't care that they have to spend $40 a year for Xbox Live.
Well-trained monkeys.
I'm not happy that those features are behind the paywall.
Only a dimwit would keep going back to a restaurant that has bad service, overpriced dishes, food not prepared properly, and the restaurant is dirty. But they continue to eat there, and they're loyal to that restaurant. That's essentially Microsoft and their Xbox platform.
So you have zero positive things to say about the Xbox One console.
There's a few positive things, yes. And when I say a few, I mean a few.
Yeah. And for me, the features that are behind the paywall, I think it's pretty stupid. I think it's outrageously stupid. Because all those same apps I get for free on my iPad and my laptop. It's stupid. But for me paying $8 a month or $40 a year, I can easily pay for that without a problem. But even if I'm paying for it, I still know that that's bad on their end.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. But at this point in time, there's so many people still buying into the Xbox One Live Gold. We have no plans of changing that. Microsoft makes over...
That's because people are just used to it and they don't see it for what it really is. Microsoft, they're really good at training consumers and they're really good at marketing.
Well, not this time around. PS4, Sony did a better job marketing this time around.
All Sony did was do things the way they're supposed to be done. That's it. I mean, Sony came out and said, you can use used games. That's all they really did.
You know,
that's how bad Microsoft was, that they could just come out and say just something simple like, you can use games.
You know what I've noticed about Sony? That they always make their choices after Microsoft comes out and says something. Like, you can just, if you look at the timeline from E3 to Gamescom, all the choices Sony has made were after the fact Microsoft has made that announcement. And I honestly think Sony made that.
Sure, right?
No, you can line the dates up with the timeline, and Sony, all their announcements are after Xbox One.
Well,
after
couldn't you
Microsoft.
say that after Sony announced all their stuff, Microsoft made many changes to their system?
Well, yeah, they made changes.
Microsoft made like, what, 4 or 5 major changes after Sony announced what they were doing?
Yeah, after the consumers gave them tons of hate.
Microsoft got tons of hate prior to their conference and their reveal. We had information about the Xbox One before they even revealed it, and we were hating it then. They had plenty of feedback already.
Yeah, I know. Microsoft...
Only after Sony came out and did what Sony did, and Microsoft finally changed things.
Wait, do you know that for sure?
Well, seeing how Microsoft had plenty of feedback before their reveal, and things were still the same, I'd say it's a safe bet that Microsoft changed things because they saw Sony was the godsend. I mean, just look. PS3 came out, had Blu-ray. Guess what happens to that Xbox 360? HD DVD.
Say that again.
Sony came out with a console that had HDMI, it had Blu-ray, and guess what Microsoft did? They finally came out and released a platform that had HDMI, and then they also released HD DVD for the Xbox 360.
Well, I think it's back and forth. I think both companies steal from each other.
I wouldn't necessarily call it stealing. It's just simply trying to appeal to consumers. That's all. And Sony was willing to do that from day one. Microsoft was not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think we have much more to talk about, so I guess it's pretty good to just stop it right here.
We can continue this tomorrow because I have some more things to point out about the PS4.
Okay, we can definitely do that. Write them down, look over them, please make sure they're good.
Yeah, I don't think,
So I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow. You take care until then.
Alright, man. Take care.